All the kids at school were trying weed for the first time. I was getting my high from performing at the pub.
Hello and welcome to House of Influence. I am Talina and I am here on the sofa for a quickie with Luke Burr. They love you in here.
I haven't spoke yet.
I know. So Luke is singer-songwriter and incredibly fit t-shirt wearer.
I wasn't going to say incredibly fit there. I was like, what we just said?
First of all, I said we were having a quickie, and then I was and he's
like...
incredibly fit. But you're easy on the eye.
Alright, thank you. I'm blushing now.
Sorry,
Let's move on.
sorry, this is not a date. All right. So, like I said, singer-songwriter, and you've recently released your EP Butterflies.
Yes, correct. Yeah, my debut EP. So I'm proud that it's out and people seem to be reacting to it well. So it's all good.
So, why did you choose this name for the song? What was the premise for the song? Because it is a great title.
I appreciate that. So I met this girl and at an event. It was a similar sort of thing to this, and it became apparent to me quite early on that she was stricken with social anxiety. And I'm sort of a person, if I see someone really struggling in a social situation, I want to crack a joke or make her feel a bit better, but there was nothing that I could say that was really bringing her out.
Yeah.
And it stuck with me for a while, and anyway I wrote this song about her and it was really weird. So that was that.
I want to talk to you about music and its relation for you for is it a place of mental solace for you?
I think so. I think certainly performing, when I've always got my escape from that, even when I was 14 or 15 and all the kids at school were trying weed for the first time. I was getting my high from performing at the pub.
Yeah.
And it's always been like that, and that's what I've sort of noticed, how much I need it recently, not being able to perform, and how much a drug it really is to me. Absolutely, it's been my escape. It's been the thing that makes me feel good. I need it, and I realise how vulnerable and fragile I am. Why do I need people to tell me I'm good at music in order to feel good about myself?
Yeah. Is that something you feel?
Absolutely, and I calm myself, I keep myself when things are going great, that I don't need that. And it's only when I haven't had that I realise I need it. And writing, it's a different thing for me. It's less of a high, it's less of a buzz, but it takes me away from my thoughts.
Yeah.
So...
Do you feel kind of exposed in a way with your music? Because obviously you're letting people into your life.
Yeah.
And people will make assumptions as well based on the lyrics and that kind of thing. Yeah. Do you feel does it make you feel a bit vulnerable that they're going to see this part of you?
Absolutely. If you've got a job, a normal 9 to 5 that you're not necessarily wholeheartedly into, if you do a piece of work and your boss says that's not good enough, do it.
Yeah.
Cool. With me, a song of mine is a piece of me. It's not just a bit of work that I've done. It's an actual part of my soul that I've put pen to paper and released. So if people don't connect to it, it's almost like they're not connecting to you. Yeah. If people love it, you're like, oh, they love me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And if they don't, it's like, well, they don't like me.
You take it really personally. Yeah, it's like your baby.
Absolutely, yeah.
If you had a baby, what would you call it?
I'm really scared of all that stuff.
Oh, same. I'm like, children, oh God.
But I don't know. Maybe Alex after my brother.
That's cute.
Yeah, for a girl or a boy, actually.
Yeah, it works for both. Yeah. I quite like boys' names for girls.
I do.
Like Roger.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Roger.
Kevin.
Maybe like Billy.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, also another thing that just came to my head before going slightly off tangent. Would you, if you were going on a date with someone, would you ever serenade them with music?
No.
Okay. So obviously it's been lockdown, and we were kind of talking about this earlier. And have you what have you been doing to keep yourself active in your career? Because one thing you've been doing is doing gigs in your dressing gown, which I think is brilliant.
To be honest, I was saying this to someone earlier, lockdown for me has been probably the most productive time of my career so far. Yeah. In a lot of ways, my whole sort of social following has almost tripled, and I think for me, I can't sit still. So as soon as lockdown started, it was like, well, what can I do? I can't go out and gig, so I started a weekly gig in my dressing gown. And the first week, I think my mum and dad watched probably, and that was about it. And then it built up over time, and we had loads and loads of people viewing, and we raised over £6,000 for charity.
Wow.
And it became a weekly thing that everyone was messaging, this is my escape at the moment. I've sold out the biggest show that I've ever sold out, and that was all down to you know, what I'd done during lockdown. I think being an independent artist, there's so much you have to do. You have to be the manager, the PR, the artist.
Totally.
And there's so much for you to learn. You've not got an excuse.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you can't gig. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna learn how to make videos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn how to do this. And that's so exciting.
And nothing has to be perfect now. Nobody expects things to be perfect because we're doing it all DIY.
Absolutely. You know, I released some videos during lockdown, and there was some that I did before that were so thought about and cost a lot, and people reacted to it. But the ones that, you know, there was a couple that went viral, and they were just me in my bedroom, and it was like a little DIY video.
Yeah.
So that's what people respond to, and once I've worked that out, we go again, you know.
And they love your t-shirt.
And they love my t-shirts, yeah.
Now, I want to ask you as well, what is the most outrageous thing you've ever done to get a song out there?
Yeah, I'm not one to come up with sort of outrageous PR plans or anything like that. For me, it's just, I know people connect to my voice more than anything.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I release a song, I'll always just release a version of me and the piano singing it.
Yeah.
And that's what people seem to want to hear.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I'm really loving the authenticity from you.
I appreciate that.
So now we're going to move on to the last part of the interview, which is our house question.
Okay.
The last part of the interview, which is our house. What 3 things does anyone starting in the industry need to know?
That first of all, you've got to absolutely love it, because if you don't, it's going to tear your heart out anyway. But if you love it enough for it to tear your heart out and you're going to get up again, then it's worth it. But if you don't do it. I mean, is that 1 or 2? I don't know how many that was.
Let's say that's 1.
Expect knockbacks, and keep dreaming. That's what I say.
Next one is one piece of advice to your younger self.
Care a little less. And
that's a good one.
I still try and tell myself that now. I think one thing with me, I care so much about being perfect. I care so much about being the best I can be every day, and it's like, it don't matter.
Yeah.
But I can't seem to get that in my head. And when I was a kid, and even now, I get so caught up and so stressed in that I don't even enjoy what's going on around.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. Like caring so much about, but like we were saying before, it's like your music is like your baby, so obviously you're gonna care about it.
Of course, but it's like, the truth of the matter is, if you have a bad gig, so what? But you get so, I think I'm so obsessed. You know, that's my problem. I'm obsessed with it and I'm addicted to it. That although I enjoy it, I'm constantly looking for the next thing, and nothing's ever going to fill that hole. Is it, you know, when I get there, the amount of times I've said when I get there, is that what, when I win a Grammy, I'm not going to wake up the next morning and be filled.
Yeah.
It's going to be, oh, well, what's the next thing?
Yeah, no, it is so true. And as cliche as it sounds, it's all about like, it comes from within, blah, 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 blah.
But it's,
yeah. And the final question I have for you is, who are 3 influencers that you follow and really enjoy, and would you nominate one of them to come on the sofa with us?
Who are 3 people? There's loads of people now. I wish you'd have asked me this question before, because I could have got it down to 3. I'm a big fan of artists, or in fact anyone doing their thing that is paving, and you can see they're working hard. There's a guy that I follow called Henry Fraser, who is a guy that was a kid at 17. He dived into the sea and become a tetraplegic, and now he paints with his mouth.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and it's just incredible, his story. And I've read 2 of his books, and I'm reading one of his books at the moment, and I'd say he's probably the most inspiring person that I follow on social media.
Amazing.
Some other people that I'm a big fan of an artist around London called Sophie Faye. So she's another one that I think you should get in, because she's amazing. And who else? Oh, I'm sorry, I've gone blank. You. We should get you interviewed.
Yeah, so I'm Talina Naviede on Instagram.
That's it, there we go.
Thank you so much. It's been lovely having you here. And you can find Luke on Instagram at Luke Burr with 2 R's.
That's the one.
Yeah, got you.
You got me.
And I am at Talina Naviede, and obviously we are at We Are Hoy. So please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like this video, which you'd be rude not to. And thank you so much, Luke.
Thanks so much for having me.